is too high, too sheer, too exposed. A honey badger doesn't care about any of that. It just starts climbing. High on a narrow ledge of rock, carved into the face of a towering cliff in a harsh semi-desert landscape, eggs rest in the simplest nest you will ever see. No woven grass, no soft lining, just gravel, stone fragments, and the sheer height of the cliff itself, doing most of the work. Height is the peregrine falcon's first line of defense. It always has been. Very few animals in this landscape are capable of reaching a ledge this exposed, this vertical, this remote from the ground. The falcons chose it deliberately, the way they choose everything, with precision. But the cliff has a shadow side, dark crevices running down the rock face, gaps and handholds invisible from above, and something has already found them. The honey badger is not an animal that audits risk in the way most creatures do. It does not look at a vertical cliff face and calculate whether the climb is worth it. It smells something above, it starts climbing. Its claws grip the rock with a kind of stubborn mechanical certainty. Meter by meter, the heavy body hauls itself upward through the crevices, unhurried, committed, following the scent of eggs that it has no intention of leaving without. The father falcon has left to hunt. The mother is alone on the ledge with everything that matters. She spots the honey badger below, and she begins to climb the sky. A peregrine falcon does not fight like an eagle. It does not grip and overpower. It does not circle and wait for a clean position. Its weapon is something else entirely. Speed so extreme that the impact of the dive itself becomes the force. In a full stoop, wings folded tight against the body, a peregrine falcon becomes a living projectile, the fastest animal on the planet. Over 300 kilometers per hour, straight down, aimed with a precision that evolution has been refining for millions of years. She reaches altitude, folds her wings, drops. The first strike hits the honey badger like a collision between sky and stone. The cliff shudders. The honey badger grips harder and keeps climbing. She climbs again, dives again. The impact is violent enough to risk injuring her own body against the rock face on each pass. She does it again anyway, and again. Every strike is a calculated sacrifice, her safety against the 4 lives resting on the ledge above. The honey badger is heavier than she is. It has loose, rubbery skin that absorbs impact in ways that would incapacitate most animals. It keeps climbing through strikes that would knock anything else off the wall. Then one final dive. The timing is exact. The impact is enough. The honey badger loses its grip. It falls from the cliff face, and even this is not enough to end it. It catches itself on a lower ledge, shakes itself off, and begins to climb again. Because that is what honey badgers do. The father falcon comes back from the hunt and reads the situation in an instant. What was one peregrine diving alone becomes 2. 2 birds, same precision, same speed, hitting from alternating angles without pause between them. The honey badger cannot track 2 simultaneous threats from above while maintaining its grip on a vertical surface. Wave after wave of aerial strikes, relentless, without any gap long enough to recover in. There is a specific quality to watching 2 animals defend something they made together. It is not tactical in the way a military operation is tactical. It is something more visceral than that 2 creatures who will absorb whatever damage is required for as long as it takes, because the alternative is not something either of them can accept. The honey badger finally retreats. It descends back through the crevices and disappears into the rocky valleys below. The ledge is quiet again. Eggs, undamaged, still waiting. Subscribe to Fauna right now if this is the kind of story you come to YouTube for. We go deeper into the wild than the highlight reels ever go. A few days pass. The ledge is calm. The parents take turns on the nest, rotating with quiet efficiency, keeping the eggs warm through the cold desert nights and the scalding midday heat. Then a sound, faint, from inside one of the eggs. A tiny crack forms along the shell. Then another. Then the shell gives way from the inside, and something small and wet and impossibly fragile pushes its way into the open air for the first time. Then the second egg, then the third, then the fourth. 4 small heads, eyes that have never seen sunlight. Beaks open, and already searching for something, running on pure instinct before they have any idea what instinct is. They are ridiculous, and they are magnificent, and they are the entire reason that mother flew into a cliff face repeatedly while a honey badger tried to tear her apart. The parents look at them. There is no anthropomorphizing needed here. Watch the body language, the way the mother shifts over them, the way the father stands at the ledge edge. They know what they have. The father leaves the ledge and banks out over the dry plains below. Those same eyes that track the honey badger climbing a cliff face now scan the desert floor for the twitch of a mouse emerging from its burrow, the shift of a lizard crossing open ground, the brief movement of anything small enough to carry back and small enough to tear into pieces for 4 beaks that are always open and always demanding more. A desert mouse surfaces from its burrow at exactly the wrong moment. The father folds his wings, the same motion as the defensive dive, now repurposed entirely the same physics, the same terrifying speed, the same precision, pointed at something the size of your fist on a plane the size of everything. The strike is clean. He carries the mouse back to the ledge. The 4 chicks stretch upward the moment his shadow crosses them. He tears the prey carefully, methodically, feeding each one in turn, 4 small heads reaching, 4 beaks closing. The desert's harshness feeding new life through the only mechanism it has ever used. 1 creature ends, 4 continue. Below the ledge, the semi-desert goes on doing what it has always done. Mice move between their burrows. Lizards press themselves against warm rock as the temperature drops. Small birds gather before nightfall. Insects cross the evening air in brief, unhurried drifts. Every one of them working the same equation: find enough, avoid what hunts you, survive until tomorrow. The mother folds her wings over 4 sleeping chicks as the last of the daylight leaves the cliff face. The father stands at the ledge edge, still watching, still reading the air. The honey badger is somewhere in the valleys below. It will try again, somewhere, for something. It always does. But tonight, on this ledge, the eggs that were defended have become the chicks that were fed. The fight that almost went wrong has produced 4 small, breathing answers to the question of whether it was worth it. It was worth it. It always is. If you watch this one to the end, leave a comment.